Everybody, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life, my friends. And guess what time it is? It's time for a long-awaited journey into Forgeworld. That's right. We're jumping back into my Forgeworld. I've actually been working on this a little bit. It's time to do an update. I think I've got enough done on it. Or not. I don't know. We'll see. I got a chunk done on it anyway. So you've seen the hand. I finished the hand a while back. You saw that, the weathered up, tore up, beat up hand. So my biggest problem is I couldn't work on this thing because I didn't have the right colors. Games Workshop's, I guess back in the day it would be called burnished gold. So it's kind of like more of a brassy look to it. I used that color on there. It came in the Space Marine painting kit. The one that comes with the 3 Ultramarines and all the stuff to paint it, so you can kind of learn how to paint and all the stuff. But that's where the gold came from. So whatever color that was in there, I can't remember. But I think Vallejo's version is glorious gold. I didn't know that at the time. I asked somebody, and they told me it was probably a copper. So I picked up that Vallejo real metal copper, whatever it's called, the bottle of it. I love that copper color though. I've been using it a lot lately. You saw it on my Mechanicum stuff. I sprayed that whole thing copper and then went back over it. Anyway, I love the way it looks. I've used a bit of it on here, on the Warlord. I'm going to show you pretty much on the Warlord. I've only worked on a little bit of it. I did work on one of the back weapons, the shoulder weapons. I did one to kind of see where I was going to go, and I remember how I painted it, so I'm going to paint the other one, match it up. But let's just go ahead and go table down so you can kind of see where I'm at on it. I'm really excited because it's so freaking cool. Let's go table down, shall we? So here's the table. Let me just get this in front of us here, shall we? For a second. We're going to set that there, and we'll kind of just go over things in a minute. Let me get this gun off here. Maybe. Oh, come on now. So, pin the gun on, and it's kind of a pain sometimes getting it off. There we go. So anyway, so here's the gun. I don't know how well you can see that. A little light thing over here. So, what I did, it was sprayed that weird silver that I had. Kind of you can see right here. It's all sprayed this silver, okay? So I went back with my big old wash that I had, that I showed y'all the other day, and I washed this thing out when I made my wash. And then I went back with the copper, and I hit some spots on it. The main spots, I hit some back here, painted this green, did this Luftwaffe gray, and then kind of highlighted it up a little bit. Did that copper, this copper, did around the barrel copper. Did in here this weird thinned out gold that I have because I wanted to look really just kind of blah. Painted that on. Soot on here. I'm still going to go back with an actual, I like using pastels. I'm going to break up some black pastel and kind of put it on there for real soot and let it get on there really good. What else? There's some silvers on there. But after I did all that, copper here, that gold in there, I went back with the copper and did a dry brush across this. And as I did, I kind of got some on this, and I was like, oh, I like the way that looked. So I went through and I dry brushed over that silver with the copper. And it kind of just gave it this cool look to it. I don't even know how to describe it, but I just like the way it looks. I just can't even see it. Let me see if I can take this light off for a second. Yeah, you see that? That hint of red to the silver. Really, just like I said, I'm just pleased with the way that turned out. Almost like a rust look to it. Like I'm holding some old tarnished metal or something. Okay, like I said, I'm pretty pleased with it. Simple, not bad, looks good. Once the cowling's on it and stuff, once I do whatever I'm going to do to the cowling on it, it's going to look really good, I think. Now we got this guy here. So you've seen the head. I've already done the head, seen all that. Now, what I did too, and this is all glued down already, I did some kind of just freehanding, smoky, lightning looking stuff just to kind of break this apart. It doesn't really, it's nothing fancy at all. My better freehand is right in there. Now, unfortunately, I should have left this off so you could really see it. I'll throw pictures in there towards the end of this of what this looks like without this covering it, so you can see it. So we have this raven that goes back up underneath here, and then over here is this cog, you know, like the Mechanicum cog that says Mortem for death, and then lightning and stuff kind of striking all on it. I like it. I like the lightning look. I try to clean it up and work with it some more, maybe add it some more spots. So far, I'm like I said, I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. Up underneath here, you can't really see it, can you? I did some highlighting in copper around a couple things in there. Started some copper piping on the sides over here. I'm still going to finish up the rest of that stuff later. I'm just kind of like getting the generalistic going. But how this metal looks here, that's going to be how the metal looks around the whole thing. It's that same deal. I washed it all with that black I have, and I went back and I dry brushed the copper over it, and I came back again with the black and kind of did just a little bit more heavier around the rivets and stuff. And then I have Secret Weapon Miniatures, their violet pigment powder. Put that in spots to make it look like rust chunks, and then spray sealed it, and it's all good to go. Like, this whole section is sealed up and ready to go. I'm super pleased with the way it turned out. I really like the way that metal looks. That looks like an old war machine right there. Trying to think. I don't really have anything else to show you on it, because like I said, that's all I've done, is what you see right there. I haven't even done anything in here yet, which I don't know how much of this I'm going to actually do. Probably do some copper around here for these little bolt strappings. Probably dry brush some of that copper in there and the wash and stuff. Of course, I've got all this down here to do, all the detail works with these pipes and wires and stuff. These things right here, I'm assuming to me, they're lights, so this will have a kind of a lit up glow effect here. You've got your lenses here, things like that. So I've got all that stuff to do, and I just think it'll be really fun. Working on it piece by piece. Right now I'm going to work on some more of this armor plating while I'm in freehand mode, and kind of see what else, other kind of freehands I can go out. So some Reaper stuff I want to put on there, since that's kind of the whole deal with this. That thing has such a catch because that magnet is so... But yeah, like I said, I'm pleased with the turnout. It is definitely going to take me some time to do, but like I said, it'll be well worth it. Getting it done and getting it done nice and slow, so it all looks really, really good. Like I said, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a fun feeling to do, having a blast. I would love to build another one of these. So if anybody, for whatever reason, you really want a Warlord, but you don't want to build it, but you want to paint it or whatever, holler at me, man. Let me know. I would love to build another Warlord for somebody. Maybe even give you a good deal on the build price. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I got going on right now for this. I'm going to work on it some more in a little bit. Not sure what parts I'm going to work on yet. I might go ahead and bust out that other gun so I can, while it's fresh in my mind, I can get it matched up. And of course, I'm going to work on some of the more of the cowling and stuff and the armor plates, kind of getting some freehanding done on there. And once I get that done, I'll show you some more where I'm at. Not today, though. Anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this update. I'm just going to keep plugging along, sorry, my kiddo's being silly. I'm going to keep hobbying away. I love you, my friends. You take care. Keep rocking that nerd life. I'll see you next time.